name's guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be here with more weapons to go over. And what we are going to be looking at today is going to be what I would say is probably one of the worst weapon archetypes in the game. They are hardly ever used. They're kind of ass, to be honest. And it's going to be the random world drop called the Cruoris FR4. Cruoris FR4, the Curious, I'm going to call it because that's close I can get to it. But I can never get the names right. But yeah, these are a really odd sort of fusion rifle. We've gotten extra ones. We used to only have the Cruoris, which was the solar one you got from back in Beyond Light. We then got Resounding this season as well, which is like the, I'd say, ritual weapon you can get from playing Gambit, Vanguard, and PvP. And now, as a random world drop, you can get this Cruoris FR4, which, as I said, is pretty nice when it has some certain perks. You can see on the screen all the perks you can get. So it will have things like Rolling Storm and everything, which could be nice. And that might be helpful to kind of have like a pseudo-legendary delicate tomb. But as I always say, every weapon deserves some time in the sun. We're going to try this out in both some PvP and PvE. PvP, this is going to probably be ass. I've got a decent roll, but it'll probably be terrible. I know we'll try some PvE afterwards. So without further ado, let's go in with the Cruoris FR4. Alrighty, so we are going to be on the Cathedral of Dusko with the little Cruoris that could. And as I said, PvP, even with threat detectors and everything on this is still going to be somewhat ass. I mean, there is Kickstart on it too. It's kind of weird when they were giving this rolls. It seems like they were kind of giving it like PvP-ish rolls, where generally it would have been cool to get like Reservoir Burst and everything. I know Rolling Storm's there, but it would have been kind of nice to get like Reservoir Burst and oh my, yo man. Man, I missed both shots. But you gotta see the way this shoots. It shoots like horizontally, which I have to hit nearly every ball to actually hit somebody with it realistically to get the kill. So I gotta be open their Jimmy Jams, and if you're gonna be open their Jimmy Jams, you might as well use the shotgun, and that's where threat detector might come in, getting like extra stability sort of perks. But I'm gonna swing this corner on a guy. And sure, I get him, and you'll see I hit him for freaking like 40 damage. And I wasn't that far off, let's be real. I wasn't like I was ass aiming there or anything like that. But yeah, that is sort of the problem with these sorts of fusion rifles. Like, they're just like so inconsistent. Like I don't know. Maybe Bungie, obviously, they were used picking weapons and everything. They were like, oh, we'll throw what's it called, these sorts of fusions in. Oh my god. And we're like, we'll make them really good, dope in PvE. I cannot believe I didn't kill him. But they're probably like, we'll make them dope PvE and just make them kind of like just whatever in PvP. But if they actually increase the damage per bolt, maybe made one bolt do like freaking 100 damage, so you only have to hit 2. Oh my god, I'm getting freaking actually hit by that guy. But look at that. That's point blank. I threat detector going point blank, and I barely freaking tickle his ass. That is insane. As I said, there is like the old, what's it called, Kickstart and everything, which is good for charge time and whatnot, but it's just so hard to warrant it. And I'm gonna get fusion rifled. Oh my god, I'm so alive. Obviously, this is a special weapon as well, so I'm like kind of stuck to ammo. No, that's heavy. Oh my god, buddy, I do not want to fight you. How? Give me. You wasted your shot, buddy. You wasted your shotgun shot on me. Oh my god, can you give me ammo? He will give me ammo. This guy up my ass. Oh man, this is so hard to use. Honestly, I think this is probably the hardest weapon PvP to actually get any value with. I've used some other ass weapons in the game, don't get me wrong. I got stuck in the wall. I've used some ass weapons, don't get me wrong, but these are probably the worst. I do not understand. But it was the same with Resounding. And at least with Resounding, you had some decent PvE perks, so eventually you got there and it was like, oh, maybe it's alright. But I just don't understand what Bungie was like thinking with these sorts of fusions, where they were like trying to make them really bad, where they're just like, oh, it's an interesting sort of weapon. I mean, we actually got a kill. I'm successful warm up in this. I am not going to get that freaking going, really, am I? And like, I'm never going to get kills with this or have enough ammo to actually go for the next guy. It's legit the fusion to clean up with, and it doesn't even clean up properly. But I couldn't even kill him. He was half HP. But I gotta say that these are probably the worst weapons PvP. I wouldn't even say probably. These are. I can definitely say these are the worst weapons to use in PvP. They're just terrible. I mean, I don't even know if the Delicate Tomb would even be this bad. At least with Delicate Tomb, when you aim in, it's like a normal-ish sort of fusion. It's just the fact that this has such a bad spread. It should be built into it that even if you, of course, oh my god, man, can this guy die? You know, screw this. But you're getting burbed. You're getting freaking burbed. And of course you're not. Of course you're not, because you've got your freaking super. I got double supered. Okay, of course I did. But as I said, they could either increase the damage of each bolt, or they could just make that this Curious gets, or when you aim down sights, it makes a normal ass fusion. Make maybe the no scope, and yeah, the no scope is horizontal. Make the freaking normal, like aim down scope, actually be a normal fusion, because otherwise it's just... It's gonna get me again, isn't it? There's 3 guys up there. 3 of them. There's 3 guys there. And I get picked out by the damn super. This is just the most shocked I've ever done a review on a weapon. And of course, there's gonna be a guy here. Yo, young man. Oh, he's gonna be so pissed. Yep, I don't care. I'm just going back. I need my kills. My freaking KD right now is absolutely horrendous. Yep, we're getting him too. And, oh, it's another one. You know, I'm just getting my KD up at this stage because I'm just getting absolutely railed. Keep it coming, boys. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right, we got the threat detector. I'm just legit holding this down. Oh my god, we didn't kill him. We didn't kill him. We didn't kill him. It's just... I know I've got a half HP at least, but my good god. I legit just can't get a solo kill with this thing. Even with the freaking... How are you not dead? How are you not dead? Come on, someone else. Come on. Come on. I'm not peeking it, buddy. Come on. How am I meant to get a kill? It's so bad. It's so bad. This is the worst freaking weapon ever PvP. Bungo, you gotta do something with these. I mean, they don't really have to. You have other alternatives. It's not like everyone wants to use these, right? It's just like, oh, the freaking meme of a weapon PvP. These are honestly the worst. I honestly don't even think that if I was... Can I get over this? Nope, you cannot. I don't know mask, boys. I don't know freaking mask, but if you ever have to go in and try a meme build out, if you ever get this as the freaking weapon, you're kind of screwed. I hit him once there. I hit him freaking once. It's so ass. Well, I wonder if anyone actually has like a weapon like this that has tons of PvP kills. I would be so freaking surprised. We got a one-tap, boys. We did it. And it was, of course, the freaking SMG, dude. Screw you, buddy. Screw you. But I do wonder if there's someone who actually has like an absolute freaking ton of kills on this sort of weapon. Prismatic, my ass, buddy. Prismatic, my freaking ass. Oh my god, there's so many people. No. Freaking guy with his SMG. I wanted to freaking reload, but I actually do wonder if there's someone who exclusively uses this, because there always is that one guy in Destiny who memes with like the absolutely terrible weapons. Like, you got people who just use glaives only, even though glaives are actually decent. They use glaives only, people bow only and everything. I wonder if there is anyone... Ooh, we actually won that. But I wonder if there's anyone who's a freaking aggressive range fusion rifle player only, and I mean in PvP. I couldn't see it. You get absolutely railed by everything. It's so freaking bad. Now there's 2 guys here. Oh, buddy, he ran straight into my freaking. Oh my god, another guy. Guys. Oh, another guy. Oh, of course that guy didn't. He's the one freaking guy who keeps on killing me. Oh my god. No, screw it. Another one-tap. You just have to legit, the way to use this then is just be legit in their freaking balls, try to hit them with the thing, because otherwise you just will not get the kill. Alrighty, time for the PvE side things, of course, with the little fusion rifle look good. And this is where it's gonna be, of course, a lot better. The fact that it does have Discord on it as well is gonna be really, really nice, but this for me is gonna be way more of a PvE sort of, I'd say, killer, because it absolutely blasts the odds and everything. You can get some really nice rolling storm rolls. You can see I do have kickstart on this, so I'll kind of run for a second too. I can get, of course, the kickstart going, and if I have Discord on, you can do some really, really dope ass damage. Like, it's actually really nice for ad clearing with the Discord roll. I think Discord's, honestly, I'd say a little bit of a slept on freaking perk. A lot of people don't really use it that often because you got other sorts of perks people use, like reloading perks and whatnot. But for the most part, just being able to get, of course, infinite ammo just for getting a kill with your primary weapon is kind of freaking nuts. I'm not gonna lie now, buddy. I want to get my infinite ammo going. Oh, that's a big boy. All right, there we go, the infinite ammo going. But this is what I mean. You can absolutely start to rail things when you get the Discord kind of going, because you have to get a kill, don't get me wrong, but these can do a ton of damage. I mean, because I'd say the spread isn't too, like, I'd say bad. Oh my god, it's sort of like when you get killed by these guys with the crossbows. When you know when you run up to one of these guys and they just hit you with every bolt? It's sort of like that, and that's what makes these actually really dope in PvE. You can blast things so quickly. Like, look at that. It's so good PvE when it comes to just that damage and everything like that. So even though I was absolutely slating this thing in PvP because it was absolute ass, PvE, it comes into its own, and maybe that's what Bungie were kind of looking for. They got a weapon that's not so great PvP, like, it's ass PvP, but then when you bring it to PvE, it's actually really, really dope. That's kind of probably what they were looking for, which is okay. Sometimes that's okay. And oh my god, there's things everywhere. My god, guys, can we kill this real quick? Realistically, I should be using this for my arc build and like geomags and everything like that, so I have actually thrown that on now. But as I said, PvE, it actually is really, really nice with Discord. I mean, with all the mods this season as well, kind of for Arc, it will go ham for that too. So I do think overall that this has a really solid place in the LPVE environment, especially because, as I said, this sort of is kind of like the Delicate Tomb. Ionic Trace is not so much, but just in terms of how it fires and everything and the damage you can kind of do, it would be really, really nice to kind of use instead of having to use Delicate Tomb. So if you want to use something top slot, like I'm using, of course, Outbreak Perfected. If you want to use something else in that top slot, it is nice for that. Oh my god, I have nothing for this. Oh my god, he's gonna get me. Oh, I don't have Vicar Stash on anymore. But yeah, even just for like Arc Clear and everything, it is gonna be nice. And there's my, of course, my Ionic Trace. So as I said, it's sort of like a legendary sort of, I'd say, Delicate Tomb, which is really, really nice. And as I said, you can keep the infinite ammo kind of going as long as you're getting kills with it. So as long as you get a kill with your primary, you start spamming it out. It's super solid PvE. I'd say this is an absolute freaking dream. As I said, Bungie probably just, they have these absolutely doing work in PvE, so there probably isn't any real reason to, oh, I actually can do this. As it is, it'll stop fusion and everything. But there was probably no real reason for them to make them absolutely insane PvP when they were so good PvE. So I kind of do understand that in that sense. So you will say that PvE-wise, that people might be looking at this for, well, getting rolls of this anyway in terms of random drops and everything like that. And you're probably wondering, is it any use? PvP, do not touch this with a 10-foot freaking pole because it's absolute freaking ass. But PvE, oh, it is fairly juicy. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it a lot. Now there's big boys over here, and we need to get our Discord going. Nope, buddy. Here we go. Oh, there's so many things, so many things. Oh my god, look at these things. I'm getting like no Discord going because I'm getting no kills. There we go. Oh, there we go. And as I said, you are generating the Ionic Traces and everything. That's why I just got requests. But I'm generating so many Ionic Traces. You can get Ball Charge kind of going as well, because if you get a Rolling Storm sort of roll, you can just get it on, of course, kills, which is going to be super, super juicy and everything. So yeah, I just think PvE is just, it's doing work right now. Especially, obviously, there's particle deconstruction on as well. So I might be getting some extra juicy damage in because of that. As soon as you hit them, they obviously get weakened. But as I said, this thing overall, they're just built for here. They are way better freaking prepared, or way better built for the LPVE scenario than PvP. Well, that is it for me on the Cruoris FR4 or the Cruoris FR4. I don't know what way you're meant to say it, but for the most part, I will say PvP, absolute ass. That's like the quickest synopsis I can give you. It's terrible. Do not use these PvP. They're the worst PvP weapons in the game. There's no other weapon you can tell me that's worse than this. People hit me with Skyburners. Oh, Skyburners is actually freaking dope in PvP. Others might hit me with some other weapons. I don't care. These are the worst PvP weapons in the game. And in PvE, these are absolute freaking machine. They work out so well. As I said, mods are definitely helping them this season. You got particle reconstruction. You got like defibrillating blast because it is Arc. You got all these sorts of burst dielectrics and whatnot. So I will say, obviously, that they're getting helped a little bit at the moment. But even still, by themselves, even next season, if we lose all those mods, these are still going to be pretty dope because, as I said, with a Discord roll especially, you have a fusion rifle that has basically infinite ammo. You can spray it out, and it is really good damage-wise. I definitely keep any PvE rolls, and if you get some PvP-ish rolls, you can keep them for the memes, but for the most part, these are ass PvP, so I wouldn't bother. But regardless, if you like the video, just like, and do some more content, subscribe, and fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.